Hello student, this is exercise 3.2 now. Students, I request you, you know, whenever you are seeing the video related to exercise NCRT, please keep at least book with you or PDF file so that you can see the which question we are doing, because word problems we cannot write. So we are doing the solution here, right? You can see I am having a book. Now, in question number 1, they are just demanding that form the pair of linear equation in the following problems and find their solutions graphically. So it means we have to use graphical method here, right? So if you see the first part, 10 students of class 10th took part in mathematics quiz if the number of girls is 4 more than the number of boys. So what we will do here, because we have to use linear equation in two variables, so let number of boys in class 10th be x and number of girls in class 10th be y. It means we have supposed number of girls boys x and number of girls y, and total number of students, how many students are there? So total students is equal to 10. So what it will be? See, it means x plus y equal to 10. This is the first equation, right? First equation. Now second is, if the number of girls y is 4 more than number of boys say 4 more than, means number of girls are 4 more than number of boys, so it will be y minus x is equal to 4. This is the second equation. And I hope you can draw the graph, because if you will find the coordinate for this particular part, if you put here 0, x is 0 suppose, so what will be y? 10. If it is 0, y 10. If y is 0, then x is 10. You can take the point like this. Okay, now one more, suppose x, y, you can take another point also. Suppose you can put here 5, so it will be 5. If you are saying that it is 6, then you will get 4, because sum is 10. Now in this case, suppose you are saying that x is, suppose you are saying 0, so y will be 4. If you are saying y is 0, so x is minus 4, because if you are putting 0 here, so x will be minus 4. So whenever you are putting the value in mind, be careful with the signs also, because sometimes whenever you are using directly without calculating anything, sometimes the these signs errors always occurs. So now we have both points, equations for both, means points for both equations, and you can plot on the graph, right? Now the next question is also very easy. 5 pencils and 7 pens together cost rupees 50, and 7 pencils means 5 pencils plus 7 pens together make rupees 50 cost, and if 7 pencils and 5 pens makes 46 rupees. So what you will do here, first of all, what we will do, let the cost of one pencil and one pen be rupees x and rupees y respectively. I hope you have understood the concept, because in the 3.1 exercise we have done such type of sum. So what we will do here, the equation will be 5x plus 7y. So what I am doing here, in place of pencil, because this is the cost of pencil, and in place of pen I will put there y. So it will be 5x plus 7y, 7x plus 5y, and this equation is formed, right? So it is very easy, only equation you have to form. Then graph, because 50% question you have done here, because only the plotting part is left. Now question number 2. Question number 2 is related to how can we find the nature of the solution or nature of the equation, or how whenever the equations are represented on graph, what will be the behavior of the equations? Are they intersecting? Are they parallel to each other? or are they coinciding each other? So we will identify it, right? So this is question number 2. So before starting question number 2, I want to tell you, suppose these are the general equations of linear equations, and you can see a1 b1, and I am repeating it second time. a1 b1 c1 a2 b2 c2 are constants, right? We will get a number. So if a1 upon a2 is not equal to b1 upon b2, then if a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2 but not equal to c1 upon c2, if a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2 and c1, there are 3 cases. If any one case we are finding, on the basis of this one we can find the nature of the graph. If this one is happening, then we will find a unique solution, or we can say that intersecting lines. If this is happening, then no solution, or we can say that parallel line, because they will not meet each other. If they meet, it means there is a solution. If they do not meet, it means there is no solution. Infinitely many solutions. It means when it happens, coincide each other, right? So it means this one and this one are giving some solution. So we can say that they both are saying consistency. They are showing a consistency, because at least one solution we are getting. But in this case, this particular condition is for inconsistency, right? So we will use this particular cases here. On the basis of this one we can decide. Now I am taking here one equation. It is 5x minus 4y plus 8 is equal to 0, and 7x plus 6y minus 9 equal to 0, right? So how can you do this one? You see, a1 and a2, 5 or 7 is behaving like a a1 and a2. So what we will do here, 5 upon 7, and we will check minus 4 upon 6, and here it is 8 upon 9. Now you can see this one is not equal to this one. This is 5 upon 7 and this is negative. So no need to check this one again, because if first two are not equal, then there is no need to check for c1 upon c2. So which type of nature is this? Unique solution, right? Unique solution. Or when we plot a graph of these equations, which type of lines we will get? Intersecting lines. It means these lines will intersect each other. Right? Now suppose I am taking the next one. What is next? Okay, now I am removing this one so that you will understand it. This is 9x plus 3y plus 12 is equal to 0. 18x plus 6y plus 24 is equal to 0. This will work as a1, so 9 upon 18, this is 3 upon 6, this is 12 upon 24. If you simplify it, we are getting 1 upon 2, this is 1 upon 2, this is 1 upon 2. All are equal. So how many solutions are possible? Infinitely many solutions, right? Infinite solutions. So which type of nature of the line on graph? Coincident lines. I want to tell you how it will behave. Suppose this line is passing through this, so another line will pass over, over on this, coincide, overlap. It will overlap the first line. So it means this line will intersect the other line at each point. And how many points on a line? Infinite. So it means each point will behave like a solution. Now the next part is this is 6x minus 3y plus 10 equal to 0. 2x minus y plus 9 equal to 0. Now what is here? 6 upon 2 I am checking. Minus 3 upon minus. Take the sign also if there is a minus sign. So it will give you 3. It will give you 3. But you see that it is 10 upon 9 only. We cannot simplify it more. So it means this one is equal but this one is not equal. So it is no solution. So no solution means whenever you will plot these two lines on a graph, you will get parallel lines. Parallel lines. Right? I hope this particular part is clear. Now question number 3 is again related to the same thing. We will compare the ratio of A1 upon A2, B1 upon B2, C1 upon C2, and we will check the pair of linear equations are consistent or inconsistent. So in the first equation you can see here we don't have to check whether they are parallel or they are coincide or they are intersecting. Here we will check whether they are consistent or inconsistent. Okay, first of all we will understand it again. Consistent or inconsistent. Consistent means at least one solution. At least one solution, right? And here no solution. So there is only one case for no solution. Which one? A1 upon A2 is equal to B1 upon B2 is not equal to C1 upon C2. If it is there, that we will say that it is inconsistent. If you are getting this one or you are getting all are equal, all three ratios are equal, then for both cases we will say that yes, it is consistent, right? Now I am checking one by one for each case. So if you see here 3 upon 2, this is minus 2 upon 3, both are not equal, right? It is in minus and it is in plus. So there is no need for C1 upon C2. So which type of solution is unique solution? So we will say that consistent, right? In this case 2 upon 4, it is 3 upon 6, it is 8 upon 9. If you see this one, it is cancelled, so it is 1 upon 2, it is 1 upon 2, but it is not equal. So it means in this case first two equal and the third one is not equal. So which type of case? No solution. So no solution means inconsistency. Inconsistent, right? In this case 3 upon 2 divided by 9, 5 upon 3 divided by minus 10, 7 upon 14. Firstly solve this one. 2 will come down 18, 3 will come down 30, and 7 is here. So it is 1 upon 6, it is minus 1 upon 6 only, and it is 1 upon 2. So 1 upon 6 is not equal to 1 upon minus 6. So no need to check here. So it is consistent solution because unique solution will come from this, right? So I hope you have understood what is the concept here. So other two parts I think you should do yourself. Again in the fourth question, which of the following pairs of linear equations are consistent or inconsistent? If consistent, then obtain solutions graphically. So what you will do here, first of all you will find whether they are consistent or inconsistent. If they are inconsistent, there is no need to find the solution. Only for consistent you will find the solutions by graph. So you will use graphical method there, which I have told you, right? Now question number 5 I am doing. Question number 5. Half the perimeter of a rectangular garden whose length is 4 meter more than its width by 6 meter. So what you will do here, let the length of garden be x meter, right? Be x meter, fine, and breadth because we have to use two variables here. Y meter. So half of the perimeter of a garden whose length is, so first of all we will complete this relation. Is length, what is length? X is 4 meter more than its width. 4 meter more than its width. This one. Right? So what we will write here? Because length is 4 meter more than its width, means इसकी width से 4 meter ज़्यादा है. So we will write this equation. Now half of the perimeter. So what is the perimeter? Perimeter of rectangle is equal to 2. What is? L plus B. Right? And half करना है. So half of the perimeter. Half of perimeter of rectangle. We will not take this 2. L plus B. So L plus B is equal to what? 36. And what is L? We have supposed here X, Y. So here, if you see, X minus Y is the first equation and X plus Y is equal to 36 is the second equation. I think now you can solve it by graphically. Right? And graphically is not mentioned here. So you can do one thing. You can add both equations. So y cancel. So what will we get here? 20. So 20 meter is the length of the garden, and put the value of x in any equation. Suppose I am taking this equation here. So I will put it 20 plus y is equal to 36. So we will get 16 meter. So length will be 20 meter and breadth will be 16 meter. You will write at the end. Right. Now question number 6, which is you have to form the equation there. You have to form one more equation so that that line can make relation according to the given question. So students, here what we have to do, this equation is given us 2x plus 3y minus 8, but the question is you have to make one more equation, but in such a way that that equation will make a intersecting relation with this line. So suppose, and what is the condition for intersecting lines? A1 upon A2 should not be equal to B1 upon B2. So suppose if I am putting here 4x from my side, so what is the ratio? 1 upon 2. So here the value, the coefficient of y which we have to put here, suppose I am putting here 6. So it means this relation will not work here, because I want A1 upon A2 should not be equal to B1 upon B2. So for this what we will do here, you can put any other value and this one can be same, or you can put here like this. So it means now we can say that these two equations are intersecting lines. There are infinite possibilities. You have to see only this one. This condition is satisfying or not. Suppose I am saying that no, I can make one more. So what is? Suppose I am saying I am making 6. So what is the relation here? 2 and 6, 1 upon 3. But here we cannot take 9 now, because 3 3s are 9. So 1 upon 3 we will get. We will cannot get same if you want intersecting. So what we will do? We can write anything except 9 plus 5 equal to 0. So there are so many answers. This one or this one, both are same. Answers for this. For parallel, what is the condition for parallel? A1 upon A2 is equal to B1 upon B2, but not equal to C1 upon C2. So it means first 2 will be equal and third one will not be equal. So what we will do here? Suppose I am putting here 4x. So I have to put here 6y so that they both can be equal in the ratio. Right? So 2 2s are 4, 3 2s are 6. But in this case we cannot put here 16. So what we will put here? Some other value. So this particular value will make with this equation no solution or parallel lines. Third one is saying coincident lines. So 2x plus 3y minus 8. So for this one we want all should be equal. So it means if you are taking here suppose 10, so it is 5 times. So here also you have to write it 5 times, and here also you have to write there 5 times. So that you can see there 2 upon 10, 3 upon 15 and 8 upon 40. They all should be equal. So it is 1 upon 5 it is 1 upon 5 and it is 1 upon 5. Then we can say that yes, these two lines are coincident. Right? Now, in the next question, question number 7. In question number 7, two equations are given. I will just give you the hint how to do this sum. Now, determine the coordinate of the vertices of the triangle formed by these lines and the x-axis and state the triangular region. Okay, now what we will do here? See, first of all we will find the coordinate, because we have to draw the graph. Simple. So for x minus y plus 1 equal to 0, suppose I am making a box here, right? X and y. If I put here 0x, so y you will get plus 1. If you will get 0y, so you will get minus 1. Two numbers are sufficient for us, right? Now for the next equation, suppose you are saying x and y. Suppose you are saying x is 0. If this one is 0, so this 12 will shift here, so you will get y 6. If y is 0, so this 12 will shift here, you will get 4. Two solutions are sufficient. So now what I will do here, I will draw the graph, because then only I can tell you. So this is y-axis, this is x-axis. Now what is the coordinate? I will put here 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 and 6. There is one minus here, so it means I have to go here and minus also. And positive side 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and there is one more 6. Right? Now what you have to do, you have to just plot the coordinates. So for this, you can see there, first point is 0, 1. So 0 and this is 1. So this is the first coordinate. Minus 1, 0. Minus 1, 0 is the second coordinate. So you will draw this line. Right? Because this is 0, minus 1, 0 and this is 0, 1. Now the next point is 0, 6. 0, 6 is 0 and this is 6, and 4, 0 is here. 4, 0. So it is 4, 0 and it is 0, 6. So what you will do, because if you use scale, then you can easily do this one. So you can see this triangle is we are getting, and this triangle has this vertex and this vertex. Two vertex are known, minus 1, 0 and 4, 0. And this vertex we have to find. You can see it is here somewhere. So it is, I think it is 2, 3. Because by graph only we can find the exact points. And what we have to do, we have to determine the coordinate of the vertices of a triangle only. So we will set it, because by line and by x-axis, which figure is formed, that is we have to set. Two coordinates are defined, and this third coordinate will depend on this point, this line and this line. So this line will represent x-axis and this line will represent y-axis. Suppose it is 2 and it is 3, so we will write here 2, 3. Right? So this is the way to do these sums. Sometimes they ask the area also. What is the area of this triangle? So how can you find the area? What is this side? Because from this point to this point is 4 and this is 5 and this height is 3. So half into 5 into 3. So it is 7.5 centimeters square like this. So it means they can ask so many things which is actually known to you. So I hope this exercise is clear. So thank you so much for watching this video.